Alright, so I just got out here. I actually was out here earlier to take out the recycling, but couldn't shoot any footage because it was really dark yet. So everything is complete ice here. We didn't lose power or anything like that. Definitely some issues here with the downspouts. It's just running through, which makes me a little nervous. I did walk out. Wow, this is really slippery. It's water on top of ice. I did walk out on the road, and the road has ice, but it's not glare ice because they kept up with it pretty well. At least this major county highway they did. So and cars are going pretty good. It's rough and it is ice covered, but it wasn't like last night we drove home and we drove on a road that was just complete glare ice. There was absolutely no nothing there, so it's really slippery. Yeah, this is really icy here, extremely. So I don't know. Let's see if there's any ice on this pole here. I don't think there is. I think it's just ground. Well, there's a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be sticking, so the majority of it is just on the ground. So today I'm definitely going to be putting some salt down, not on this driveway so much because this is concrete. I don't want to ruin my concrete driveway here, but the blacktop driveway, I got all that rock salt down in the basement. I'll probably bring up a bag, put some down. Temperatures are supposed to be about 35 or so today. So I know last night coming home from school, there were quite a few kids that were falling down on the sidewalks because it was all ice. So this is what the road looks like. It actually looks more slushy than icy, but there's definitely like ice underneath the slush, but it's definitely rough. Biggest thing I was more worried about was going to be the standing water, because a lot of the storm drains are all froze up with ice, and I'm not going to make it back up the driveway here. Woo! Don't have the traction. Nope. I'm just going to slide right back down again. Alright, I'll have to walk up on the snow over here, I guess. But yeah, we witnessed a few kids fall down yesterday, even after we gave them a warning about walking home. Make sure that you be careful because it's extremely slippery, and there were three kids all in the same area. One fell down and the other one started laughing at the one that fell down, and the other two ended up falling down shortly after. So definitely slippery. So, and this is part of my grand scheme of things. You see there's water coming out where my downspout, where I got the 3-inch PVC pipe out. That's because I filled up the gutters with rock salt. I did that the other day before the storm came, and I may dump some more in depending on if they're froze up or not. So otherwise you definitely would have water running off the roof right next to, see, I didn't even get a big pile of water here yet, coming off the roof right next to the foundation of the house. So I'll have to double check to make sure all those are opened up. So you're definitely going to have a lot of standing water with the frozen ground here. Oh man. Okay, so this is the first 60 pounds of rock salt that I put down. You can definitely walk on it now, but some of these spots are pretty thick. The thinner stuff, it's eating through pretty good. You can hear it too if you listen. As soon as I put it down, it started working right away. It's definitely warm enough, so I'm going to see if I can get this cleared off today. I'm going to put down another 60 pounds here in a second. So alright, so after 120 pounds of rock salt down, I did some scraping here. Got a little bit up by the garage door, but that's real thin stuff. Got a lot of it scraped off here. Some of this though is pretty tough. So I've just been shoveling it and then scraping it down the driveway so that it helps melt the stuff at the bottom, because this is pretty salt heavy. I'm envisioning my driveway pretty white after this dries off here. So I don't know if I'm going to have to put more on this or not. It's still working pretty well, but this stuff here is pretty thick. So I'll keep plugging away here. There's definitely a path right down the middle of the driveway though. That's where all the, it's kind of pitched. Alright, so ever since we bought this house, which is about 8 or 9 years ago, I've always had problems with the gutters filling up with leaves, especially from the arborvitaes in the back of the house. And I put these on thinking that that would take care of like the little helicopters from the maple trees and stuff like that. And it just doesn't. No matter what you do, there's still parts that get in, and of course the areas that clog up are going to be the corners. That and these gutters all leak no matter where you go. Each corner or right before the downspout they leak. This corner's always leaked. And I've tried caulking it, cleaning up real good, then putting some of that gutter caulk in there, and that just doesn't seem to do the trick. So what I was more concerned about this morning though is I had water running over right there where it's dripping on the back side of the gutter, and I'm worried about that backing up and then getting in the house. We got a pretty good overhang, so I don't know if we'd have issues with that or not. So I went up there and pulled all the gutter guards off, and then I've been filling up the gutter because it's aluminum with rock salt. So, and it's definitely not down at this end here, it's all the way through. There's nothing clogging it. There's just spots where the gutter is froze up, but the downspout is open all the way down. I checked that, and that's because like I said earlier, I filled that up with rock salt as well, and then also where it goes into the ground here, I had that filled up, and that comes out over there where that wet spot is right there. So that's not an issue at all, and I wouldn't think with the amount of rock salt I put in there it's going to be an issue. So still pretty slippery out here. Definitely not sidewalks are going to be really icy. I think sidewalks tomorrow will still be pretty icy. Alright, so I got the blacktop pretty much cleared off here. Just the edges there, and I hit that again with some more rock salt. The very end of the driveway, there's not much I can do with, but got it. Everything seems to be leaking. I got a good river coming out of that downspout too now, so hopefully it doesn't refreeze. I'm hoping this dries off here shortly.